Okay. All right. So without taking much of our time, let's get started. My name is Oshari. A lot of you know me as Ocean, and I'm your host for today. I also do have my co-host here, Leader George. Leader George is going to be taking us briefly what Royalq is and today's topic. Leader George is the V4 rank in Royalq. We also do have our special guest here, Leader Obia. You're welcome. To everyone here that do not have an activated robot, you are all welcome. And we hope to see you on the other side. And to all our members, you are also welcome. Thank you very much. And with that, George, please, you are welcome and you can take it up. Thank you. With that, George.
Hello, good evening now. Welcome to today's Zoom. I'm just coming back from work, trying to settle in. Uh, Today's topic is about what is Royalq. So we'll be doing the complete introduction of what is Royalq today. So today's topic, if you have joined Royalq before, but I have found out that most people that newly joined Royalq, your upline didn't introduce the business the way it should be. Your upline didn't introduce the business the way it should be introduced to you. Okay, so Royalq, we have been in this business for more than since 2021. We have been in this business. Okay. So the business is an artificial intelligence robot that helps us to trade cryptocurrency in the spot market. Okay, this business, Royalq, they are service providing company. They provide trading services. So they are just like MTN, all these telecommunication companies. Okay, but in Royalq, you don't give Royalq your capital. Your capital stays in your exchange. Okay, your exchange can be a Binance, Obi, Bybit, KuCoin, and the rest. They have 9 of them. You can connect to this your robot account. Okay, so your robot account, you don't put your trading capital with Royalq. So that's why we call them service providers. They just provide the trading services. So someone will ask, what if the Royalq crash? Normally, service providing company, they make their money. They make their money as they are providing services. So it's not about your so it's not about the regular Ponzi scheme. It's not about Ponzi scheme where you send your money to the company. Yeah, this is a full-time business. It's just like you starting a provision store. Some days you might not sales will be low. Some days sales will be high. That is it in this business. Some days you make big money. Some days market will be dull. You make small money. Some days you start a trade and it will close fast, fast. Whereas some days you start a trade and it might last up to 1 month. But in this business, even when we only experience floating loss, we experience floating loss and floating profits. We don't experience free loss. Floating loss and floating profit means waiting time. That is what we experience in this business. Because sometimes you might start a trade and the trade will go down. Because the robot is helping us to trade cryptocurrencies. And crypto, they are volatile in nature. If you are hearing crypto for the first time, cryptocurrencies are digital assets. Just like you have your gold. You know, gold have value in the market. And this value used to drop and it used to increase. Same way we have uh, cryptocurrencies. They are digital assets. That means you can't touch them, but you can have them and you can transact them. They are also legal tenders. If you have them, you can easily exchange them for your currency. Okay? So these crypto assets, they are very volatile. That is why we are using the help of an AI robot to trade them. This robot works 247 because crypto trading works 247. It works even when once you activate a trade, the robot works 247. Even when your data is off, it works when your phone is off, it works when you are sleeping, it works when you are even out of network coverage. The robot works for you. Immediately you activate a trade. Okay? So we don't experience real loss. You can use $100 to start a trade, start trading a coin, and that $100 tomorrow might go down to $75, $70. What we call it will float negative. It means that the value of that coin has gone down. It's part of cryptocurrency trading. It's part of the business when your trade is still running and it's in floating loss. It's part of the crypto business. It's part of our business because if crypto does not go down, new investors will not come in. If crypto do not retrace in value, come down, new investors will not come in. So you can enter a trade at a wrong time. Wrong time means you can enter a trade that has already gone up. That in crypto, when a trade goes up, people will take profits. Investors will take profits. And when they take profits, the price will come down. When it comes down, new investors will come in. Once new investor comes in, the price starts going up. When the price reach up, the investors will take profits and the price will come down. That is what crypto is. So if you enter at a high price when investors are taking profits, your money will float down with the price of the crypto. So when new investor comes in, your money will not float up and you take your profits. So it's not a business that if you start now, there's a timeline for the trades to close and give you profits. No, there's no timeline. The Royalq robot does not control the crypto market. The crypto market is an international market controlled by no single person. It's affected by news, it's affected by trends in the market, but no single person controls cryptocurrency price. So you can enter a trade and the trade can last 1 month. But Royalq, the people that produce, the owners of Royalq that develop this software, the company, they know that in trading crypto, at time the price will go down. So they were saying, okay, when the price go down, what can they do? What business technology can they implement that even, okay, while we wait, because we are trading in the spot market. Spot market is all about waiting. You buy gold today, the value goes down. You continue wearing your gold until the value comes up, you sell and make profit. The value can go down and stay for 1 month, 3 months, 4 months, 1 year. You are still wearing your gold, enjoying. Anytime the value of gold comes up, you sell and make profits. So the mindset for this business is very important. The mindset you should have for this business is key. You buy the first gold and the value of the gold has gone down. What do you do? What should be your mindset as a businessman? A gold, you know that the price fluctuates. You bought it and it has gone down in price. Is it as a businessman, it's not for you to look for more money, to buy more gold, so that as the price comes up, you sell those ones you bought at a lower price and you make more profit. So that is what they now implement into the robot. They call it the margin calls. This margin calls are set of instructions, buy instructions, given to the robot to buy more quantity of the trade of the coin when the price is going down. So I hope you are following. So once you start a trade, that is why when you start a trade, before you start, your upline will give you a settings. Your upline will give you trade settings. Okay, your first buy. This is what the robot should start the trade. It should buy with some 15% or 20% or 30% of your capital. Start the trade. Because you know that cryptocurrencies are volatile. You can start a trade and the price will fall. So reserve my 70%, reserve my 85%, reserve my 80% to buy what we call margin calls, to buy more quantity of this coin when it falls down. So you are prepared. In Royalq, we are prepared for the coin in both ways. Whether it's falling down, we are prepared. Whether it's going up, we are also prepared for it. So that is why we say Royalq is an artificial intelligence robot that helps us to trade cryptocurrency in the spot market where we don't experience real loss. We only experience floating loss and floating profit, which means waiting time. The time it will take the coin to come up in your desired profit so that the robot can sell and give you profits. The robot is also designed to make profit for us while we wait through the help of margin calls. So you see some people trading Royalq and they are offering their margin calls, or they are comfortable when the robot offs their margin call. Your robot can off your margin calls when you are using a wrong setting. You are using a setting for $300 and your trading capital is $200. Or you have a settings for $200, but because of your robot have not, that coin your robot is trading has not gone down to buy margin calls with the $200. You now carry the money and buy another trade because of greed, because of you don't understand the business. This coin has been trading for 2 days now, no profit. So the remaining money that the robot should have used to buy margin calls, let me use it and start another trade. This trade is doing well. You have forgotten that in cryptocurrency, no single coin can do well every day. This one will do and it will retrace, it will drop. The next day, this one that has dropped will come up. That is how crypto is. So patience is the key. Royalq now design, okay, while you wait, let this robot be buying your margin calls and be making you what we call the sub profits. So they design it that, okay, while we wait, normally we are to wait, we are supposed to wait, we are to wait since we are trading in the spot market where there is no real loss. So if there is no real loss, what will be there is the waiting time. So while you wait, is there any way you can make sub profits? Because we say this is a business. So normally in your provision store, you might be selling bags of rice, but you should have a rice that you can use to sell in cups. Because it's not every day big customer will come that they want to buy bag of rice. Some days, some small customer will come that they want to buy cups, rice in cups, or rice in Derica and paint. So that is why they did it that, okay, the days that big customers will not come, you should also make some sub profits from your margin calls. So that is why it was designed that way. So the robot is not assuring you of daily profits. The robot is assuring you of 10 to 30 or more percentage on your trading capital monthly, because the robot knows that some days you might be trading only one coin as you start the business, and that one coin will not be volatile every day. So the robot cannot is not guaranteeing you profit every day, but it's guaranteeing you an average profit of 10 to 30% monthly. So I hope we are following. So the business is, there's nothing like crashing, because if they crash, it's Royalq that will lose money. They lose, they stop getting income. We will not lose money because our capital is in our exchange. Binance, Bybit, KuCoin, safe and secured. So we just use the help of what we call the API to link both our exchange to the robot account, giving the robot only two permissions. Permission number one, for the robot to be able to see the market, read the market, know what is happening, know the prices of coin. Are they going down? Are they going up? Permission number two, for the robot to only trade on the spot market so that we don't encounter any loss, because the robot can never sell in loss. The robot is only programmed to sell in profits. It's only programmed to sell at your desired profits. Take profit percentage. That is what is designed to sell at. So there's no fear in the business because your capital is not with Royalq. Your capital stays with you in the comfort of your exchange, safe and secured. So you are doing the business, you have free mind. You can go to sleep and wake up. You know that yes, your robot will definitely make profit for you before you wake up in the morning. So when you start small, your mindset should be, what should be in your head is, got to get more knowledge. Number two, how to increase your capital. These are the two mindsets. You should not be focusing, when you just start with small capital, you should not be focusing on the profit, the profit, the profit. Because with your small capital, if the coin goes down, your small capital cannot cover all the margin calls, cannot cover all the dip of the coin. Your margin calls might just cover with $100. I think the average $100 margin your $100 can take is 7. Even if you do it to 2%, 2 times 7 is 14. So your margin calls for your $100 can only cover at least 14 dip, 14% dip. So what happens if that coin dips by 20%? And all through today, it's moving from 20%, it will gain 2% up. it will fall back by 2%. It will gain 2% up. It will fall back by 2%. That is just what the robots have been doing all through one day. You know that your own money could only carry 1% to 14% dip. So since that coin has dropped by minus 20%, you know that your robots will not be buying more margin calls or selling them. The robots will just be monitoring the market. That is the time some people that don't have the knowledge will start saying, my robot has been working, no profit, nothing, nothing. Yes, knowledge is power. It's in this Zoom we can share this knowledge for everybody to understand, for new people to understand that yes, some days, because of your small capital you used to start, some days your robot will not do anything. It will just be monitoring the coin. That is why we advise that to start trading, always look at down already. In the app, there is where you can click on change. You will see coins that are down. Stop going for coins that are doing fine, because if a coin do fine today, it will definitely go down tomorrow. That is crypto. And you might not be lucky. It might not hit the take profit you set before going down. Now, because of your small capital, you will not be able to cover all the dip that coin has made. For a coin that has pumped by 50% in a day, with your $100 capital, you cannot enter that kind of coin. If the coin reduced by 30% the next day, you know that your robot will stop. Your robot will not be buying margin calls or selling. That means you will not make profit for that day. So with your small capital, you have to avoid coins that are already doing well. We call it the moving train. You avoid those kind of coins. Go for coins that are down. Coins that have been down for 1 week, 2 weeks are coins you should be targeting. Coins that are down, that they have been quiet for 1 week, these are the coins you target and enter. Okay? So that is it for Royalq trading about the business. Now you ask, okay, what if I start with $100 and the country is hard? I'm not able to raise money to add so that my robot can buy more margin calls, because the lowest you can use to trade the lowest you can use to trade one coin before you start thinking of entering two trades at a time is $300. So if you start with 100, even when you add another 100, you have to use that 100 to make sure your margin calls, increase it. Since your $100 could carry 14% dip, when you add another 100, you should add another 7 margin calls to make it another 14% dip, to make it 28 dip. It's still not enough. When you add the $100 again to make it 300, you now add another 7 margin calls to cover another 14% dip. Now you should be entering like 30 plus. Yes, with 30 plus, you can comfortably say, yes, any money you add again, you can now start trading the second coin. The joy of Royalq is that when you hear that those trading features have been liquidated, your robot is still trading, buying margin calls and selling. You are still seeing $2, $3, $4, $5, $10, $20, $50 daily from your margin calls. Whereas people trading features have been liquidated, they have lost their trading capital. But you are using Royalq, even when markets crash, you still make sub profits. That is the joy. Now, before I will round up the trading part of Royalq, cryptocurrency as a whole, they have seasons. I have to mention because this is the key This is very important. If you are just joining, this is the one thing you should pick. Just like in farming, you cannot be a farmer and you don't know when is the planting season and when is the harvesting season. You cannot. These are the key. So in crypto is like farming. It has its planting season, it has its harvesting season. You don't come at the peak of the harvest, because after the peak of harvest is planting season. You can never see a farmer going when planting season is just starting to harvest. No. So if you don't start now, and because you have already started harvesting, so if you don't start now and you want to start at the peak of the harvest, you know that you will wait for another planting season. And for crypto to go from the peak of the harvest season to planting season, Bitcoin might maybe Bitcoin increase to like 150,000 or 200,000 in 2025 at the peak. That 200,000 or 150,000 can reduce to 50 or 60,000 or 70. Now imagine you started at the peak when Bitcoin, now they are telling you did not start. When Bitcoin have reached 200,000, you now automatically have magic, you now have money to start. Now the peak, the bear season now enter the planting season. Bitcoin now drops from $200,000 to 70 or to 80. Your capital will also drop because your capital is already inside the trade. And once Bitcoin drop, other coins will follow it. That is the planting season. They are going to prepare for new investors to come. And the planting season can last 10 to 12 months. So that is why we say start now. So that you enjoy the ride to the peak. So that you must have made a lot of profits. So that when planting season comes, you will have money to plant. You have money for your able to buy more margin calls. You have more money to cover 50 to 100% margin calls in the bear season. Okay, so that is that for the trading, understanding the seasons, and all that. Now let me go back. Let me go to the second part of Royalq. You started with $100 for trading capital, but your robot has started trading and the coin has gone down. Your robot now is asking for more money so that it can continue trading the dip of that coin, so that it can make you some profits. But you don't have money. You don't have money. So Royalq as a company, they understand this fact that some persons might not have money to buy more margin calls. So what they did is that, okay, they implemented what we call the team building. That since you understand the business, you know that there is no risks, there is no loss. We only experience floating time. Why not post about this business? Introduce business to people. When they come in, when they come in with your link, Royalq gives you immediately $30. Now, that $30 you can withdraw it at a $2 fee to withdraw it out of Royalq. That is your reward. So by the time you see you have brought in like 3 persons, you have gotten a capital to add to withdraw all of them. 3 persons is 30, 30, 30. That is $90. You can add it to your trading capital, withdraw it back to your exchange. Now it doesn't stop there. After introducing those people to Royalq through your link, and Royalq has given you the activation rewards, it doesn't stop there. If you put them through in setting their trade settings, setting their trade setting based on their capital, and telling them how to trade, telling them the keys that Please don't activate a trade that is already high. Activate a trade that is down so that when that trade starts picking up, they will make plenty, as in a lot of profits. Even if they are on cycle, they will ride with the coin as it's going up. So if you do it well for them and they start trading and they are making profit for themselves, Royalq will also give you trade commissions. As long as that person is trading, making profit for themselves, Royalq will continue giving you commissions. That is why the business is so sweet that we are still here. These are 40 in the business talking about this business. Royalq is going nowhere because they are just like Binance. They make money for being online. It's just like MTN. If MTN crash today, I can't make call with them. So they cannot charge me money again for calls because I'm not making call because their network is down. I can't make call. So for MTN to make more money, they must make sure that they service their network, that anytime I want to make call, it must go. Because if I don't make that call, if I don't use their service to make call, MTN will not make money. So that is how servicing firm works. So Royalq is not going anywhere because they are a servicing firm. They provide servicing. They provide service, trading service. If I don't trade, if the robot is not working well for me to trade and make money, Royalq will not make money. They make money when I make money. And I only make money when the robot is working. So if the robot is not working, Royalq does not make money. So they will do everything to make their app to work. So there's no fear. You should remove the fear of with the system crash. If it crash today, what will happen? If it crash today, is their loss. Our capital stays with us. So thank you. Milaosha, you can take it up from here.
Thank you so much,
Okay,
Leader George.
I forgot to say the activation fee for 1 year is $120. Then after the activation fee, 120, that is what you send to your robot. You also send the gas fees. Gas fees is what the robot will use to be making trades. If the robot trades and make profit for you, 100% of it goes to your exchange. Your profit, both your capital and the profit, stays in your exchange wallet. The robot has no access to your profits. So it will deduct from the gas fees its own percentage, which is $20, which is 20%, sorry. So if it makes profit for you, $1, for example, it gives you the $1, but it will take 0.2 from your gas fees. So you can start with as low as $10 for gas fees or $20 for gas fees. But your gas fees must not reduce below $2, except your robot will stop trading for you. Now, that is 120 for activation, 10 or $20 for gas fees. Then your trading capital stays in your exchange, can be as low as 50, $100 to start. Remember, as you are starting, the more capital you add for the robot to use, the more profit you get with the knowledge. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Leader George. That's amazing. Do we have questions from our new prospects? You are new here. Question. Yeah, some things you still do not understand. Please type it on the chat box or unmute yourself and ask your question. Our newcomer, do we have any question? Please use the chat box, ask your question. Anything that you don't understand about the robots, anything that you don't understand about cryptocurrency, Please use the chat. Ask your question. Mute yourself and ask your question. Thank you. Do we have do we have do we have any questions? Do we have any question? Okay. Members, do we have any question?
Hello, can you hear me?
Hi. Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, my question is, we have said if you are trading, your coins are going to be in your Binance while your Royalq is trading. So I wanted to ask, what if maybe your Royalq, maybe you lost your password and then you cannot access the Royalq? Will you have access to your coin that is in your Binance? Or maybe in case maybe something happened to Royalq, how will you have access? Because your trade is still on in the Royalq. So how do you do, or how do you go about it?
Okay, like I just said, Royalq is just like a control room. Everything is being done inside your Binance. So those trades are actually ongoing inside your Binance. For example, if you go to your Royalq to initiate a BTC trade, like you are trading Bitcoin, Royalq, that's why you link the Royalq. You link your robot, right, to your exchange, whether it's Binance. Let's use Binance as an example. You have to link both of them through an API, right? So it helps you do everything inside your Binance. It buys, if you are trading BTC, if you go to your Binance and you check your spot, you are going to see that BTC. It has bought it for you inside your Binance. So everything you need, your money, your capital, your profit is inside your Binance. So if you don't have anything, doesn't have your money, doesn't have your trading capital. Do you understand? So if you, for example, you lose your Royalq, your asset, which is your capital, is inside your Binance. If Royalq decides that tomorrow, which it's not going to happen, but if they decide that tomorrow they don't want to offer us their services anymore, our money is inside our exchange, which is our Binance. Royalq is just like a control room. It just helps you control everything, but it does all the buying and all the selling inside your Binance, your exchange. So Royalq is not holding your money. I hope you understand.
Yes, thank
You're welcome. We have some few questions on the chat box, so I'm gonna answer them. Someone says, so every fund loaded on the account, the bot will deduct 20% to trade, right? It doesn't collect 20% of, it doesn't collect any percentage from your capital. It only collects from the profit it made for you. So for example, if you have $200 as capital, you still have your $200 as capital. It will only take 20% from the profit it makes for you. So for example, if it makes a profit of $10 for you, the whole $10 is going to be inside your Binance account. Then it's going to go and deduct 20% of gas fee inside the app. So 20% of 10 is $2. Yeah. So it's going to deduct $2. So it doesn't touch your capital, please. It only removes 20% of whatever profit it makes for you, please. Whatever profit it makes for you. How can I withdraw from my Royalq? Are you a team builder? If you're not a team builder, then your profit and your capital is inside your Binance account. You cannot withdraw those money. That revenue details, they are just records. You know, if you employ somebody, they need to keep records and tell you, okay, this is how much I make for you. Do you expect Royalq to just be making profit for you and they cannot account for what they are making for you? It's not done. So revenue details is just bookkeeping. It's just records telling you that today I made you $20. So, so and so day I made you so and so amount. But the money is inside your Binance. So go and check your money inside your Binance. But this is what I made for you. So that's it. Unless you are a team builder, unless you are referring people, then yes, you can withdraw money and you have to go to assets. That's where you withdraw. And that's where you also top up your fuel fee for your trading transactions. Could you share your top trade strategy for maximizing a 1,000 trading capital during this exciting bull market? I have a question. I have a question, it's not a question. I already said you can ask a question. How do I enter a trade using a signal? And when is the best time to enter a trade? Can I stop a trade and enter another one? How do I enter a trade using a signal? Well, we have several topics on that, on how to enter a trade using a signal. Is on our YouTube channel, a recorded Zoom. It's a practical Zoom, so you can access it on our YouTube channel. You learn how to enter a trade using a signal. Why do you want to stop a trade and enter another signal? No, you cannot stop a trade and enter another signal. For someone whose margin call is 30, how many percentage drop does it cover? It depends on the settings you use. Just because your margin call limit is 30 doesn't mean I will know how many percentage you cover. You choose the percentage that you want to cover. So it depends on the settings. So I would advise that you go on our YouTube channel and watch a video called margin configuration, how to calculate your margin configuration. You understand how to actually set your trades according to your capital. What happens if your gas fee finishes? The same thing when your fuel finishes in your car. Your car stops working. Once your gas fee gets to $2, your robot will stop working. So it will pause all your ongoing trades. You'll not be making profit again. So please don't let your gas fee to even get to $2, not to talk of finish. See why are you unmuted, please? Do you want to talk to us? All right, do we have any question? Since you joined in Royalq, what's the longest dip you have ever experienced on the market? Months. We can say months. But like Leader George explained, you can Royalq is designed in a way that you make money downtrend. That's the exciting part of Royalq. You make money in the dip, you make money downtrend, not only uptrend. Doesn't have to do with whether the coin is going up, whether downtrend or uptrend. You make money in both ways. That's the exciting part about Royalq. But you have to use the margin configuration. How do you check your gas fee? Mine, you go to mine, but TM's iPhone, you have not activated your robot. You want to check gas fee. Activate your robot first. Okay, you have. I thought you said you were new. Well, your gas fee, you click on, when you launch your Royalq app, you click on mine and you click on assets. That's where you see your gas fee. What else? So how can one refuel when gas fee finish? The same way you sent money when you wanted to activate your robot. That's exactly the same way. Copy your BIP20 wallet or your Polygon wallet, your Royalq BIP20 wallet address or your Polygon, then go to your Binance and initiate a withdrawal. Send it the same way you activated. That's how you top up gas fees. How can I stop my robot from trading when margin call is off? E.g., I have 2 trades running, $100 each. That's a big mistake. How you be trading 2 coins with $100 each? $200 as capital, you're supposed to be trading 1 coin. Now you want to off your, what did you say? You want to stop your robot. Why do you want to stop your robot? The coin is going to sell and the margin call is off, and I release my profit, keep decreasing. And I realize my profits keep decreasing. And for now, there's nothing in my Royalq balance again. I don't know if you were here throughout the whole Leader George's explanation. That's cryptocurrency for you. It goes down and it goes up. All coins must definitely end in profits. The first mistake you made was to trade 2 coins with $200. For you to trade 2 coins, just know you should have like 600.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, sorry, I'm the one that asked the question. My capital is $500. So I
Okay.
trade with 100 each with I have 2 trade running with $100 each out of the 500 capital that I have. That's what I'm talking about.
Mhm.
But I just realized the margin call is off and it's reflecting 0 in the Royalq balance. But in the Binance, the capital is still there. So, but the margin call has off. That's what I'm trying to talk about.
So you still have USDT in your Binance?
Yes, I have USDT in my Binance.
Coins you are trading or USDT as capital?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, it should be in your funding wallet. It has to be in your spot wallet. So move it to spot wallet and then open your margin call. You are trading on spot,
Okay.
so always make sure that your capital should be on spot wallet, not funding.
No,
Let
sorry,
me
what
come
I'm
in.
okay.
Let me come in.
Okay. Hello.
Hello, Leader Judge.
Hello.
Hello, we are hearing you.
Okay. You have 500
Yeah.
dollar your trading capital. I hope
Yes.
the 500 is in your sports wallet.
Yes, it's there in my spot wallet.
Then who gave you the trade settings for you to use $100 for a coin?
No, you remember the last time I asked the similar question, you are the one that even posted in the group and give an example of the amount you can trade that you listed there, that if you are having 500, the maximum of trade you can do is 2. If you are having 300, that you listed those things that very day. So when the signal was dropped,
I
so
said
when this
$50, $250 for each trade. If you are having 500,
mm,
250, I never said $100 for a coin, for a trade. I said if
okay,
you have 500, you can
okay,
still manage to do 2 coins. 250
okay,
to
okay,
having either 15% of the 250 or
mm,
20% of the 250 or 30% of the 250 as your first buy. Then you share
mm,
the remaining with into your margin calls, $10.5 to buy each of your margin calls. So your margin calls will be long.
okay,
When your margin calls is long, automatically your range will not be too high. Your drop percentage will not be too high. If your drop percentage is too high, depending on the coin you are trading, your robot might
mm,
not be buying your margin calls faster. And if your robot
Okay.
is not buying your margin call faster, it will not be selling margin calls like the way you
Okay.
want to be
Okay.
giving you some profits.
Okay.
So please, and for you to even for robots to be offing your margin calls, it means that the settings you used, the settings
Yeah.
is higher than your money.
Okay,
So
because I put the margin call for 22. The margin call for 22. I put it
please,
1.3 by 0.2.
the margin call, go and check, go and calculate the times by your first buy amount, times by your first buy amount, times by your first buy amount. Calculate all for your 22 margin calls. Check the amount of USDT plus your first, then add your first buy to it. Check if it's more than $250.
So now, as it is now, is it possible for somebody to stop the?
Your volume is low, or is it for myself?
It's from your side. Can you hear me?
I can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear? I can hear you now.
Now, so what I'm saying now, what's now the solution now as it is now? Is it possible for me to stop the trade? Because I realize when the things keeps running, the capital in the Binance, because initially after I start the trade initially it was 500. It was 500 when I started the trade. So it later increased to around 600. But ever since that margin call has been off, so it's reduced from 600 to 560 now. So the money keeps reducing. I mean the profit on the 500. So is there any way for me to
Okay, okay.
pause?
Like I do say,
So,
your line is breaking. I can't get you well now. Your line is breaking.
I'm hearing you. Hello?
The only way for you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
Hello,
Yes,
can you
yes,
hear me?
yes. Hello, I'm hearing
Hello,
you.
is it my network?
Leader George, I think it's your network. We can hear you.
It's a network. I can hear you.
Let's wait for him to get back.
Okay.
Okay. I don't
Let's go.
Okay, so do we have any other question? Let me take questions. Once Leader George comes back, he's going to
Okay. Okay.
attend to you. Yeah. I see Paul. Paul is raising his hand. Please unmute yourself and ask your question, Paul.
Yeah, sorry, it's the same question Lizzie I just asked now. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
So it's the same question Lizzie I just asked, and I'm actually calling for my capital institutions and industry for the finance sector. So I like asking why is the reason? Two people said that it's not going to touch your capital, there's profit that is probably into the finance sector. But yes, the
Okay.
profit. I would like to get an answer. And what can be done?
Okay. So the reason that your margin call can be off is that your settings, the calculation are not quite well. You did not calculate you did not do your settings very well. So for example, if the robot is trying to use the USDT in your balance to buy, and the USDT is not enough to buy, it's going to switch off your margins immediately. Another thing that can cause it is if your USDT is not in your spot wallet, if it's in your your funding wallet, that's what can cause it. But you need to be peculiar about your settings. Your settings needs to be very intact. A lot of people make mistakes in their multiple buy in ratio. I think that's where a lot of people make that mistake, your multiple buying ratio. You need to understand how to actually set your multiple buying ratio very well so that it can tally with your capital. Well, we're waiting for him to come and attend to the question. The judge has been thrown out. Okay, so while I wait for the judge, I believe that leader OBM is in the house. Leader OBM is a V5 rank in Royalq. So I don't know if leader OBM can briefly speak to us while we wait for
back, Josh is back.
Okay. So
Okay.
can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. The only thing you can do now, knowledge is power. I always say it. No, your default for your robots to off your margin calls, it means that your settings is not tallying with the available capital. You understand? The robot is designed that if you have $200 and you're telling the robot that buy each margin with $20 and your margin is 10, it will comfortably buy the 10 and you will see your margin call will still be on. You will see the status margin calls but as incomplete. It will not off your margin calls. But whereas if you have 180 as your trading capital and you now use the same settings, you see that if your robot buys margin 1, margin 2, and buys your margin, the margin 9, it will off your margin calls. It will trigger that you don't have money in your exchange. It will off your margin calls. So I say knowledge is power. We have more than 7 Zoom meetings where we have treated margin configuration. So please, leave your trade. You don't need to pause it. Leave your trade. Go back to these Zooms. Get the knowledge. And I'm telling you that once you get this knowledge and you come back, you will see results. You will see results by yourself. So please, since you said you use a trade settings for $100, so I believe you should still have more money in your Binance. So go and just leave your trade like that. Stop looking that your money increased to 600, it now reduced to 400. Leave that one. Your robot will trade for 365 days. You still have enough time to trade and make this profit. We are in the bull season. It's not ending now. Go to those margin calls video, watch it and get the knowledge so that you can come and see where you did your mistake. Then you correct it. Yeah, even if you do mistake in the Royalq business, you don't lose money. As far you did not sell off your trade in floating loss, you have not lost any money. As far you have not ended the trade in floating loss. So leave the trade, let it just be there. Go and get this knowledge. The knowledge is we have almost 8 to 9 margin configurations, practical videos. I think Leader Oshere did her own too. Watch these things and get the knowledge. Once you set your robot, understand the times, understand the margin. I see someone sent me a message. You have 500, you use 30% as first buy, which is 150. That one I'm not complaining because we are in bull season. Your first buy amount is what will determine you making big profits. Okay, you have used the high range, which is 30% of the 500. Good. So, but my concern is, why will you now use $49 to be buying each of the margin calls? Why will you be, and you now have only 7 margin calls? Why? In the Zoom, I said, after you have used 30% for your first buy amount, the remaining 70, divide them by either $10.5 or $11 or $12, highest 15 or 20. So that, because the more margin calls you have, the better your range in your drop percent. He now made his margin call 7 because he wanted to use big money to buy each of the margin. His range is now 4.2. If that kind of person is trading coin like Bitcoin, or is trading coin like BNB, or is trading coin like Ethereum, he will start complaining that his robot is not working. Whereas you have used the wrong settings. You are putting 4.3% drop. 4.3% drop. How many times we Bitcoin drop in a day that he will drop 4.3? If he managed to drop 4.3, that means it will only buy one margin in a day. So please, let's get to know this margin configuration. We have done so many videos on it that anyone coming, once you go to our YouTube channel, you watch them, you get this knowledge. So please, the person talking about the robot, please, about the 500 capital, please go back, watch this Zoom. Watch the Zoom on margin configuration so that you can apply the right settings. Thank you, Leader Shari.
Leader George, let's take some few questions on the chat so that Leader OBM can just give
I
us a
have a
few
question.
and then round up.
Hello.
Okay.
Hello. Can
Okay,
I go on?
Mr. Paul, you can go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, so how do I, is there a possibility for us to now change margin call in terms of the settings? You know, what
Is there
to
a possibility of what?
changing our margin call setting?
Is there a possibility
Like,
of editing your margin cost settings?
operation, the whole settings. Now, that's what I want entirely to trade. You
Yes,
get
you
it?
Yes.
can. You can edit your margin cost settings even when your trade is ongoing.
Okay, now, so what would be the ideal margin call setting? Because I believe my upline, I don't know, the majority of these people are not really grounded in this thing. They're more or less like, oh, they want to get the $30 artificial profit, stuff like that. So my upline does give me something that I don't know that's kind of outrageous. So my capital is kind of depleting in my exchange. So it's not even giving me anything that is kind of encouraging for now. But I'm just thinking of, okay, how can it be possible for me to kind of change these settings at least?
I didn't get your question. The line is breaking.
Okay. Good evening, sir. I may want to beg the Doshare, please, ma. You can help to maybe after this meeting, those videos, maybe he may find it difficult to get them on YouTube or whatever. He can send them on this on our platform so that he can watch it and now learn the settings. Yeah, I think with this, if you watch it like he said, you will be able to know the settings. You don't need your upline again to assist you. You just go there while your trade is running and set them to what he said. There's one of 300, there's one of 500. So you check your money and now just set everything and on your margin call, and that will settle it. Thank you, sir.
Hello, I have a question, please.
Okay, before you come in, I just want to say something. Now, uplines, if you are still learning, you invited people and you are still learning, you are not really good. You have to identify your own upline. That's how it's done. When I joined Royalq, my upline was new too, right? So I had to identify my grand upline, which is Leader Judge. So please, if you know that you are not that good, you are not that great, please make your way to your own upline that okay, knows it. If your upline don't know it, make your way above. Just be going up. You will find somebody that knows it so that it can teach your downline. Do you understand? So that you don't just leave them hanging, right? So our YouTube channel or our YouTube link is always pinned on our group. That's why it's pinned there for easy access. I'm going to post it again after the Zoom, and then I'm going to repin it for people that are just joining so that they can access it. What you need when you just join Royalq, the basic knowledge you need before you start going further is margin configuration. How to actually set your trades according to your capital. Everyone have different capital. You are not using the same capital as A or B is not using the same capital. So you need to be able, and that's the basics, the margin configuration is what helps you earn downtrend. It's the most important part because you don't want to start complaining when the market is undergoing through correction. Small correction of that is not even I don't think the correction that happened is even gotten to 20%. And to your place is just really quiet. It's not supposed to be like that. That means people are not making use of the robots as it should. We've been saying it. Please try as much as possible to cover at least 20 to 30% drop. Yes, we know that it's the bull season, but market will correct. Whether the bull season or whether the bear season or there must be correction. The only difference between the bull season and the bear season is in the bull season, market do not stay down for long. Before you know now, a couple of days, you see everywhere now, it's green again. But in the bear season, it takes longer for it to recover. It can take like months, years. But in the bull season, it doesn't. But it doesn't mean that there won't still be market corrections. There must always be corrections in the market. So please, thank you. Someone wants to ask question.
Okay, I think there's a question on the chat box. If my balance in my Binance is reducing, even though I'm having profits, does it mean that the robot is using part of my fund in my Binance to trade for me? If my balance, let me take it again. If my balance in my Binance is reducing, even though I'm having profit, does it mean that the robot is using part of the fund in my Binance to trade for me? Your balance in your Binance, is it not what you have used to calculate as your trade capital to start a trade? That the robot have started using it to your first buy, then the coin started reducing in value, the robot started buying your margin calls, started using that money to put in the trade, and that trade is reducing in value. Your balance in your Binance is no more your capital. It's called floating capital. So if that trade, you have assigned the robot to trade for you with your money in your Binance, and that trade is going down in value, automatically your capital in your Binance will also float down. That is why we say once you start a trade, your capital is no more your capital. Your capital is now a floating capital because the trade is ongoing. So you don't go to your Binance to look at your capital when you have a running trade because floating loss is part of your capital. The robot does not use your profits to trade. Your profit is there. Your capital is reduced because it's in floating loss. So once that trade starts picking up, your floating capital will start floating up again to floating profit. So that is it. So your robot does not use your profits to trade, except you go to your trade settings and add more margin calls. So the robot will need more money and it will use your capital. It will use your profits if you don't add new capital to it. Okay. So the next question is, I deposited $50 to my fuel fee and it's still saying margin call has stopped and insufficient balance. Why? If your fuel fee is not what your robots use to buy margin calls, insufficient fund balance means your trading capital, not your fuel fee. Thank you. Okay, we have another one. Good evening. When the capital in one's wallet is greater than the settings, is the robot permitted to go beyond the settings for buying more margins? No, the robot only work with what you set in your trade capital. If your trade capital settings is for $200 and you have $300, the robot only uses $200 according to your according to your settings, your trade settings. Whether you have $500 in your Binance, it doesn't concern your robot. Your robot work with what you have in your trade settings. If the trade settings is for $200, the robot will only use $200. Thank you. Okay, another question is, my question is, when you buy a coin, my question is, when you buy a coin, when will the bot stop trading and giving you profit? When you buy a coin, when will the bot stop trading and give you profit? I said there's no timeline. When I started the introduction, there's no timeline to when your robot will deliver a coin. The movement of a coin depends on the international market. The robot only monitors it. If it goes down, it buys more margin calls. If it starts coming up, it starts selling those margin calls to give you some profit until it sells the main coin and gives you your full profit. That is when it will not close the trade. If you are on one shot mode, if you are trading on one shot, it will not sell it and close it. So there's no timeline when this process will happen. But in the process, you'll be making some profit while you wait. Okay? So the next question is, and how long will my bot trade the particular coin? There's no timeline. Okay, we have another question. What will happen once the bot cover all the margin calls and the coin is still going down, but no USDT to proceed, and all coins have been covered? Please, what will happen and all the coins haven't sold yet? The robot will continue monitoring the market. Nothing will happen until that coin, after retracing down, until it starts coming up to your what the price is, the robot bought your margin calls and it will start selling those margin calls. But if the price falls below what your margin calls can cover, the robot will not do anything. It will continue monitoring the market. Thank you. So, Lady Usher, we are done.
All right, thank you so much, Leader George. I don't know if Leader OBM is here. Leader OBM, I don't know if you're available. Just a quick one, so that we can round up.
Yeah. It's a long one. Good evening, everybody. Good
Good evening.
morning,
You're
good
welcome.
afternoon, from wherever you are listening from. Yeah. Thank you, Leader George. Thank you, Dashari. Yeah, my part is just to tell you, you know, if you are new here, it's your first time, and maybe all your the capital you have is just, you are even finding it hard to come up with $20. My advice is for you to come up with it. Whether you have 240, whether you have 500, that sum cannot make you.
But we have a system here that is proven to work. The only thing you have to work with the leaders. And forget all the technicalities you are hearing, margin call, this, you are going to get it. Your own to get started. The benefit you are listening to, your money is in your exchange account. You have 100% access to that, and the bot only trades for you. So just listen to the person that brought you here. Just a night like this, 2021, I heard about. I saw this as you were saying it, and I just started. And today, even though people like George or I mean, maybe they will know how to trade more than myself. But the thing is, I focus on the system. I focus on the benefit of this bot. Even though I will make mistake, even you that is listening to me, you also make mistake. But that mistake, you are going to learn from it. And I'm now make other people not to make such mistake. Now see yourself as a problem solver. For what I jot down, there's what we call there's this hack that if you are here in Nigeria or any African country you are in, you don't need to japa to make dollars. You can make dollars here in Nigeria and spend in naira. That's the best wealth hack I ever seen. And Royalq has given us that. So look at yourself as a problem solver. Now look at George now. He's trying to solve problems for people. Now share it. And some leaders even that invited you. They want to solve your financial problem because you have a system that works. The only thing is just follow the leaders. When you're following this, that's what we call human mistake. But you are not going to get punished. The only thing is you have a waiting period. Even me till tomorrow, I still make mistake. I'm still greedy. Sometimes we are fearful. So if you learn how to control those two, fear and greed, the limit, this thing, the sky is not even the limit. So what you will pay you for solving people's problem. Let me just share my screen. I'm not going to take your time.
I think network is really bad today. I think we lost with our OBM. I'm sure he'll be back. Just wants to share his screen. All right, so our Zoom days and time is Mondays and Thursdays, 8:30 p.m. Nigerian time. Now, we are here to share the knowledge with you. I know a lot of you are hearing setting, margin call. It's not hard. That's the truth. I know, maybe because I know it. That's why I'm saying it's not hard. It's really not hard. It's just, something you have to learn. The basics. Just learn how to set your trade, and that's it. It's really not hard. You need to access those videos on the YouTube channel and watch them. You can't watch them once and understand. It's not possible. Me, when in my time, I don't think I can count how many times I watch those videos of margin configuration. I cannot count it. And whenever I'm trying to set my trade, I'll always go back and reference it because I forget most times the multiple buying ratio. I usually forget how to go about the multiple buying ratio. So I always have to revert to those videos or to that particular video to get it right. So that's it. You have to watch. I experienced something particular today. Bashi, I don't really understand this your question. It's really long. So you can message me so we'll get at it because we are really running out of time. Just you can ask it on the group so that we can address it. And this one has to do with screenshots, to be honest, because it's not something that we can really understand. You need to back it up with screenshots so that we can understand what you're trying to ask. I don't know, but it's like the OBM might not be able. Okay, the OBM is here now. The OBM, can you hear me?
Yes, I mean,
Okay.
I think network took me out. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
where
yeah.
was I before the network took me out?
You wanted to share your screen with us?
Yeah, okay, let me go share. Like I was saying, like I was saying, you know, the thing is, when you start trading, like I, I said, I, I was trading for some. Can you see my screen? Hello, hello.
Yeah, okay, yes, we can see your screen.
Yeah, that's right.
We can see your screen.
Okay. Like this come now. Of, yeah, like this come now. Like I said, one of my big brother, he wanted to. He has some money. He's into import cars. He said, so I said he has some money that I should help it and that I can make this thing. No, so unluckily now, this $2,000 now went into deep 4%. Guy now needs money. I had to sell in loss. You understand what I had to sell in loss. I got the money from at least I know they are made. I made the payment. I paused this trade. I sold in loss. Now, can you see it's on this over 237%? It has been sold in loss. So the only thing, like our leader was saying, they're telling you, the only thing you have is waiting period in your control. Whenever source. Now that it's not in Binance again, but I didn't sell it and I paused it. If I unpause it now to sell, I'm going to make over 200%. So Royalq works now. If you are now, like I told you, solve problems over, you are trying to solve people's problems,
Oh,
going to
your line
get
is really
paid.
breaking.
Apart from trading yourself, making money, you trading for yourself and you are making money, not so other people. Hell, I don't know. Can you see my screen? So, hello?
I can see your
The-
screen,
the-
but the network, your line is you are really breaking.
So, so the bottom line, when you talk with the leaders, you ever need label, all these technicalities are saying on this Zoom. Okay. Okay, how much I solve people's problem that are even better than myself. Maybe through geographical location, or okay, this person needs to be close to you, or it's worthy to be a leader. I place on that bad person. I answered your question. I point you to the right direction, and I get paid doing that. Now you can see how much I've made since 2021. Anything you see here, like I always say, you can duplicate it. You understand? And tomorrow is already $120 in the kitty already, and that's $189,000. So Royalq will pay you to solve people's problems. So what business? Please don't focus on yourself. Focus on making other people better, and you'll be adequately rewarded. That's my submission this night. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Leader George. Thank you, Dashai. Thank you, everyone. This OBM.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Leader Obiang. Sad today, the network is very bad. The OBM was just encouraging us on how to do it. I think when I got started in 2021, Leader George and OBM actually gave me the push. I was always seeing how consistent they were, so I just followed whatever they were doing. I was always noticing Leader George and Leader OBM, even though they were not my upline. So just encouraging us. You can see one of his trades has done over 200%. I think the profit the floating profit on that trade is over $5,000. And that's for the floating profits in that one trade. That's comp. We saw several trades like Algo and another one. Also, for the team building aspect, not his trade, Leader OBM has been able to make over 250 $250,000. That's around or over 300 million in naira. 300 million in naira. So yes, the OBM has got several houses and cars, courtesy of Royalq. Also, Leader George just finished building his house. So yes, if you take this business very seriously, the business is going to take you seriously. It's not a Ponzi scheme. We are not here doing money doubling business. Leader George just built his house and he has been doing Royalq since 2021. So no, it's not a get rich quick scheme. You need to be serious. So let me just take this one last question before we round up. Someone says, as someone very, he said, am I to know when to sell the robot? Am I to know when to sell or the robot to know when to sell? You instructed the robot. That's the set of instruction. Your whole position take profit ratio controls the percentage where your robot is going to sell. So no, once you've instructed your robot, just go about your daily activities. It's between the robots now. Even though your phone is off, even though you don't have Wi-Fi, as long as you have entered the trade, giving your robot the right instructions, leave it. That's why as a robot, you don't have to keep monitoring it. It's going to sell on your behalf. So yes, said the take profits increases with ranking, right? It increases with rank. No, it has nothing to do. Trading has nothing to do with rank. Trading has everything to do with the currency international market. So for him, it's patience. A lot of people cannot wait safe for a coin to pump 10%. They will start shaking, They will start feeling hot. Some people cannot wait for even 5%. So it's your patience, If you want to take 10%, you know that patience has to be very strong. So yes, even if it's not good to stop a trade, can you just tell us how to stop a trade in case if necessary? You just click on pause. That's where you stop a trade. You click on pause. But when you pause your trade, you're telling you're telling your robot not to do anything. It's not going to buy, it's not going to sell. But that doesn't change what is going on in the cryptocurrency international market. In the market or in your Binance, if the coin is falling, it's falling. If the coin is pumping, it's not going to sell. You know, if the coin is going up, it's not your robot is not going to be taking profit. Hope you know that because you paused it. You only pause activities. That's what pausing is. You are only pausing the robot from carrying out activities, and these are buy and sells activity. You cannot pause whatever the robot is doing in the international market. If the coin starts to go pump, you cannot pause. You are not pausing the coin from pumping. I hope you understand. So you need to have like a good reason. Okay, so let me just say it. The reason people pause their trade is because in Royalq, the maximum percentage take profit you can set is 30%. Now, some people, they have serious patience. Their heart is very strong. You know, they can wait for months. If they decide that they want to take 100%, they will wait it out. If they decide they want to take 200%, they can wait for a very long period. They will be there. So because the maximum take profit to set in Royalq is 30%, they pause the trade. They put 30% and pause the trade so that once that coin pumps, it goes up beyond that 30%. So once they get to maybe their final percentage, like maybe you see like Leader OBM's own, which is like over 200%, they can now unpause it and sell manually. I hope you understand, because people are asking a lot, why are we pausing trade? We are not pausing trade because I think a lot of people think we pause trade because when we pause the trade, that coin goes like pumps up. The coin quickly gives us profits. No, they are pausing the trade so that because they want to take more profits, they want to take more than 30%. But you have to wait if you want to take that kind of percent. You have to be patient. So yes, our Zoom days and time, Mondays and Thursdays, 8:30 p.m. Nigerian time. Today we stayed quite a bit. If you are new here, you do not have an activated robot, forget all these long things we are talking. It's not hard. I promise you. I promise you it's not really hard at all. Once you know it, I said trade now. If I want to enter a trade, it takes me like seconds. I mean, what am I really doing? You know, I already have my settings saved already with different capitals. So if I want to enter a trade or if I want to enter a signal, it shouldn't take me up to 2 seconds to enter. So I'm just telling you that it's not hard when you know it, but you need to actually know how to do it. And that's where the video comes in. You see all this our past Zoom, it's very important. If you are just joining, please go to our YouTube channel. We are trying also to still repeat them, but please go to our YouTube channel and watch. We have lots of videos on margin configuration. That's what you need first, margin configuration, how to know how to set your trades with your capital or any type of capital. If you're starting with $100 right now, tomorrow, God blesses you and you have $10,000. You know how to set it. You know what to do. You don't have to start going to ask, and how will I do this? Or you already know. So you're just waiting on that opportunity to have that big money. You have to be prepared for opportunities. So if you are here, do not have an activated robot, get back to the person that invited you. This opportunity, in fact, I don't know. It's like I want to speak pidgin. Sometimes I feel just sit down, I want to cry because the joy is too much. The joy Royalq gives I cannot explain it, to be honest. It's unexplainable. Sometimes, Seth, the judge wife sometimes used to ask him, what if you were not doing this Royalq? I don't know, maybe the judge will still be trekking, or he won't have gotten his car. He'll still be trekking, he will still be renting his house. He won't have moved to his own house. He will still be renting house. If the judge now is a landlord, he has tenants. So I can't explain, but if you activate your robot and then you take it seriously for like, like take it seriously for like 5-6 months straight. If you don't get results, you are serious, you carry it on your head, you were crazy about it. Recently, which they hear, my siblings were mimicking me because everything I talk about is Royalq. They use it to swear for me. I don't know. I cannot get over with it. They mimic me too much with Royalq. They call me Royalq. If they are not calling you Royalq, don't worry, you are not doing it well. And when they are calling Royalq, you are doing it well and you don't have results. Just DM me, I'll give you back your 120 for activation. I promise you. You did it well, very, very well. And you are not getting results. Don't worry, DM me, I'll give you your robot money back. So, but yeah, try as much as possible. A lot of people are waiting for January. Say, don't worry, January I will start. New me, new Royalq, new robot. Don't wait in January. Start now so that when you get to January, you can be happy with the progress you have already made. So thank you so much, Leader George. Thank you so much, Leader OBM, for everyone here with us today. Thank you for taking out time to join us, even with your busy schedule. Thank you so much. And then we'll see you on Thursday. Yeah, so please take your Royalq business very, 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 very serious. Good night, everyone. Bye.
Bye to everybody.